Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I've been working on several different projects, but I've been going through all my journals and just dissecting them. I've been pulling out all the pages, and whatever I don't like I discard, and whatever I do like I think I just cut into pieces, and I'm gonna make tags as I have in a bunch of my other journals. And I've always cut this pocket down, and you can see here what I've done, you know, cut away what I don't like. So as you can see, I probably I got a whole box over here full of scraps, but I just can't keep making journals and journals. I don't have room to harbor all the journals. So I thought I would at least take all the guts out of the book and cut them down. And I had a solution for this the other day. If any of you have a steamer, I steamed the front of the book and they seem to come up. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So that was one way. And here's another journal. Just, you know, it's just not the way I collage anymore. So it's just pages like this. That's how I used to collage. And I thought, well, what am I going to do with these pages? So keep what I do like. And just tear out what I don't. And just make tags out of the rest. This is probably the way I collaged back in 2019. You know, I use a lot of Dine Reevely. I think I'm going to keep this and make a book out of this part. But I'm still going through a bunch of them. And you may want to use, you know, some of the pieces out of this to make other collages. But I've made bookshelf after bookshelf, and I just can't keep going on like that. But here's the box that I have full of. I've cut some of them down to tag size. And just kept, like I said, what I think I may use, or either cut circles. Whenever I feel like making tags, I might just pull this whole box out and make tags. I've been using my hole punch, you know, cut a bunch of the tags up and just cut out a bunch of holes to stick on my tags. And like this side over here is the side I've been cutting from. This side over here, I pulled this out of one of my books. Okay, so that box is that. So, and then here's another tag. Okay, so what I did, I've been working in one of my old books. And we're going to walk through that. And I'll show you the tags I've made. That I've used the tags to hold my place. But this was in the book. And I turned the jacket cover around and made this jacket cover. It was white, so I pulled pieces out of the book to make this. And that was pulled out of one of the books. Here's a tag I made from one of the scraps. Make sure I have this where y'all can see it. Some pages are done, some are not. Here's a tag. And I got these figures off of Etsy. A bunch of good collage sheets off of Etsy. See, that made a pretty tag, and I've been going around, you know, giving them a black border, but that made a pretty tag. You can tell that's one of the Diane Reevely pieces. This is like Dina Wakley, how she would staple everything in, and it's so many thick pieces, that's what I did. Not finished with this one. Another like Dina Wakley. Started on this one, haven't finished. And you know, I've been taking my 5 different size hole cutter and just making the little thing, and I need to stamp the little hole in the middle with the hole punch. It used to be Diane Reevely collage sheets. Cut my little bee off and stuck it on here, and see, just left the wording. And did one of my hole punch. These are from Collage Soup, the balloony collage sheets mixed with the Etsy. This was already like this in the book. I haven't cut the corners off yet. I like this page. And see, I can just stick these tags in whenever I make the new pages, stick the tags in, and I'll know which sheets I haven't showed you all. This one I just got started on and stuck this from one of the other books. This whole page is from a little bit of everywhere. Collage Soup. I think these are Collage Soup. This here's a regular page for those of you who didn't regular page. Here's some more regular pages. This was like this. I just stuck the vase and this on. Haven't finished this side. I mean, to me, this whole book is like a jumpstart journal. And if I just find one image, then I'll put one image on the page and it'll help me to jumpstart. believe this may have come out of Somerset. I believe this was collage soup. This may have been collage soup. Haven't finished. These are all collage soup, and this was already there, and this was already there. Bunch of great pages. Collage soup, balloony, just a scrap out of one of the books. Started on this one. This was already here. I just added the red and this. And I, glue it in there at the spine, but I leave this in case I want to put something back behind her face. And this was already here. I made a great little tag. Just have to snip the corners. Make another great tag. I guess I'll probably end up with 500 tags. All but the last page. This was collage soup. I just cut out the little cars on one of the collage pages. Okay, so in another book, I've been following Pam Vosler, and I did this on the book. It's completely black, so I took the one of the variety magazines, which has a lot of lettering in it, so I thought I would just cut everything out and make it as many times as I could put art on here. But Pam Vosler had a page, which the first page I wasn't happy with, but where she would take a face and paint over it. And those who, don't do well with faces, you know, that's a good way to start. But I just love the way she had the painterly faces. And this was probably the one I liked the best. I love the greens and blues, and I wanted the deep muted colors and what have you. And these come out of Balloony, and this was a face, I forget whose face it was, out of, you know, one of the Elle magazines. And I just did the black letters, went around in the white. And a bunch of these were out of some of my old collage books. And the idea was, you know, she would, you know, paint over the face and paint around it. And, you know, so I tried to marry the two, just collage and paint. And it's like it needs something here, but I still want to put something around the window. I don't like that the bottom shows. But then I had seen someone who was doing the hearts. So that's where I got started pulling the hearts out. And this was one of the clown's faces. They was smiling really big and it looked really weird. So I painted over it and painted back in a different mouth. And a lot of these from the clown. I think there's two different clown collage soup books. And this face may have come off of Etsy. And these cars are from the collage soup books. This is one I've been working on. I'm really not satisfied with the head, but it's a work in progress. And most of it, once I had it on, I think I painted the background orange in two different colors and then went back in, you know, put a little bit of blue on my finger this morning, and I was going around a bunch of them, just, you know, knocking back the edges. And I need to go over this one, and I'll try some here with the blue, but I don't know how it'll work. But you really need to blend it out and make it looks like, you know, you painted over it without coloring in the faces too much. Knock back the edges of this clock. Like this clock here is a little too white. Makes it look more painterly. And I was doing these hearts. Someone was collaging hearts, but I just wanted to make them, they look like they were raised. So I try to do a heart and just keep stacking green papers on top of green papers, whatever color heart you're doing at the time. You know, just knock back what you, let's see if I can go around this flower without messing it up too much. I don't like really seeing all the edges. I like knocking them back some. But I don't know, I really liked her idea, which she's, you know, a little more talented in this. Of course, she's been doing it a while. And if you're doing it for the first time, of course, yours never going to look the way theirs did. I think I'll put a tag or two over here so they won't stick together. I love this page. And I could keep going around and around, but I kept building this up a couple of layers. I can tell it's thick on this side. It's kind of like cardboard. This is one I haven't worked on yet. It's, you know, just starting one. So I have to go back and knock back all this, and plus I have to, you know, paint in the face. This one I have started. You know, I just went through the book and found every red page I could find, in which it was a ton of them, and you know, just keep cutting away till you get all the red out, and then make a bunch of scraps. And I was working on this one last night, which I'm not real happy with the face, but I was trying to make it look antique-y looking. Okay, so I hope I've inspired some of you, and I hope that you've had a treat looking through the journals and everything. I always do. So, as always, if you could, like and subscribe. It really helps. And as always, see you tomorrow.